All right. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Welcome back to some crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on a macro scale. We'll take a look at it on a monthly, all the way down to the 3D basis, and we'll take a look at a total two, right? And we'll take a look at the total two in in terms of market support, capitulation and all that good stuff. What I mean about total two, it means the crypto total market cap, right, based on altcoin, just altcoin total market cap basically, okay, not including Bitcoin. We'll take a look at all that good stuff, right, because we talked about it previously, and we were talking about the crypto altcoin market cap basically to retest like a 740 billion all the way down to 660 billion. Okay, we hit like 600 billion. Okay, so we'll basically review the total two and all that good stuff. Okay, so let me see if the sound is good. So if the sound is good, guys, give me a 589 so I know I'm not talking to myself. If the sound is not good, I guess you just put Luna, man. If the sound is not good, just put Luna, and we will basically diving into the great stuff. ICP new all-time low. Yeah, we'll take a look at ICP. I mean ICX. Yes, ICP new all-time low too, right? 689. So the sound is not good. 699 must be Luna, not XRP, right? Must be Luna. All right, so now let's dive into the analysis regarding BTC. We're going to start with the monthly basis because most of you guys by now, right, probably already familiar with the monthly cycle, right, because we've been talking about it over the last few months and all that good stuff. So the monthly cycle, what we've been looking for regarding the monthly time frame is pretty simple. Okay, we've been looking for a retest of our blue line. Okay, the blue line, it is nothing but our, no, let me get a clean chart somewhere else, right, for Leroy, because he can see. Let me do this. That's all to do. Okay, so if we take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, we've been calling for the monthly 50 for the longest over the last few months. Okay, so what we've been saying is like, okay, we know we're most likely going to get some sort of capitulation whenever we retest the monthly 21 EMA, right? Just like what happened right here. So we said that capitulation going to lead us down to our monthly 50 EMA. Yes, price action can fluctuate in and out between this range, right, of 50 EMA slash 50 MA. So if you're greedy, right, like any Doom boys, right, looking for $1,000 BTC and all that good stuff, you might miss the bottom because you might be like, hey, I don't want to buy at the monthly 50 MA. I'm going to be waiting for the 50 MA, and it might not retest it. It can, okay, as we did right here. But what we're trying to say is like not to be greedy in terms of like a reaccumulation for the next like a macro uptrend up to 180. So our next directional move is up to like 180 to 360 and all that good stuff. So the range right here could be a sideways correction. We don't know, okay, but as far as I know, right, our monthly 50 MA or even like a 50 MA, it is a good range. Great, not just good, a good range is the monthly 21. Okay, I know most people are going to be like, oh, I'm buying at the monthly 21 and sucker down 50%. But if you bought BTC back in 2018 at 6K, right, sucker basically done 50%, and guess what, it still managed to pump back up to pump all the way up to 70K nearly, right? So buying right here, right, for most bulls, the only thing they need to do is just accumulate, right, every probably 30 to 40% pullback, meaning like you know, if you bought at the monthly 21, you know, 40% pullback, you know, you reaccumulate again. Okay, and don't need to reaccumulate again unless it drops another 40%. Okay, so but not DCA like every 2%, 3% and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm just giving you guys a you know, an example. Okay, but in general, right, monthly 50, these two 50s, right, could get the job done. Okay, over the next like a few months. Okay, we could get a very boring sideways correction over the next like a few months, just like what happened right here at the monthly 21. That's why I was saying, hey guys, make sure to you know, bulls need to make sure to reaccumulate at the monthly 21 at 35, and BTC was at like 55 when I was saying it. Okay, so when BTC was at, you know, 45k, right, 43k, what I was saying, guys, monthly 50, right? So if you're new to our content, you know, you can go back and watch any of our you know, last videos over the last 3 months. You can see, you know, we've been saying, hey, we will drop 40 to 50%. Okay, so we weren't calling for like in our premium, we were ready for this. We weren't basically waiting for like a 5% move, 10% move. We didn't care for like a 3 month. We've been just, you know, looking for those 10,000 points, okay, 20,000 points. That's what we've been doing this entire year, especially since like a December after BTC broke out, you know, below you know, below 60k and all that good stuff. We started to look for those 10,000 to a 20,000 move. Okay, so it's more profitable, right, if you play it that way, instead of basically looking for like a you know, looking for the 10-second chart like all night and all that good stuff. You could be basically you know, play the macro setup and all that good stuff and get these big moves. Okay, so now let's take a look at BTC on the quarterly basis. So the quarterly basis coincide with the support we're looking for in terms of a quarterly 21 EMA. Okay, so right here we got the support, right, as you may know. Okay, right there we got the support. Right here we got the support, right? You must be trying to sell BTC all the way down to 1,000. Bang. Okay, you might be trying to sell BTC all the way down to $1,000. You could get it, but based on, you know, the previous price history, the best thing to do, just respect, okay, BTC as it is. Respect it. Okay, don't basically minimize it, right? So something to keep in mind. And the quarterly 21 EMA, it is at 22.7. Okay, so I just don't have time right now to talk about Elliott Wave. Once again, we're just gonna keep it like you know, indicators and moving averages. And once we get time, we will talk about BTC in terms of Elliott Wave. Okay, but we already discussed it in my premium group. So if you want to join the premium group for this macro directional target, not, you know, not 1 second chart, 2 second charts and all that good stuff, make sure to join the public Telegram group, link in the description, and send me a message to join the Discord premium group. Okay, for the macro reaccumulation for the next like market cycle all the way up to 180 and all that good stuff. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC in terms of weekly time frame. I like the weekly. Let's see. Okay, so I like the weekly RSI, right? It doesn't mean we can get lower once again, but I like the weekly RSI. I know most of you guys probably already caught it, right? But I sent it in the Telegram group. So if you take a look at the weekly RSI, right now we at I think we dropped as low as 32, right? And last time we dropped that low was like the March 2020 crash. Okay, and the last time before that was the December 2018. And remember December 2018, guys, I was bullish right here. Okay, I was very bullish right here. And last time before that, we don't have enough history right here, but even if you drag it back to 2015, right there, that's where we got the bottom at. Okay, that's where we got the bottom at, right around like a 33 and so on. Okay, so basically something to keep in mind going forward. If you're extremely bearish, it might not be the time to be bearish. Okay, all right. Yeah, we will. Hey, what's up, Money UK? We will talk about the volume candle and all that good stuff. Okay, because I was telling you guys when BTC was above like a 40K, wait for the volume to spike. That move we got from like, let's say 35 to 45 was just a fake out. Not a fake out, but it was part of the structure. We just needed that move to create more buying volume in order to dump the price. So if you didn't understand what was going on when I was saying flat correction, I've been screaming, guys. I've been screaming flat correction right here, okay? Weekly, 3D, everything was pointing down, okay? I did not say to short it, right, at, 48 and all that good stuff, right? But I did say don't buy between 43 to 46, okay? Even if it goes to 52, the downside potential is much, much greater, right, than basically buying at 40, 43, 46 to sell at 48 or even like a 52. Okay, because the chance of going up to like a 52 wasn't that high. If you join my premium group, I mean, even the Discord group, right, with public Discord group, we talk about all those resistances, okay? And one of the first resistance was like a 43 to 46, okay? And it pumped to 48, right? The secondary resistance was like at 52, and we know exactly why 52, because 52 was 0.618 pullback, right? So 50% pullback was at right around like a 40, 46, 47, right? 0.618 was at 52. So we knew that, okay? But the downside potential was much, much greater. And if you missed it, right? You missed the dump, you're going to be, you're going to feel very bad, okay? Even though if you caught the move from like a 46 to 48, it's only 2,000 points. It's only 2,000 points, okay? It did not worth it. So that's why I did not spend any time, right? Try to long it above 40, above like a 40K, even above 40K. I was saying 43, that is it. Don't buy. It doesn't matter how high it goes. Your downside potential is much, much, much greater, okay? So always, play the directional trend, or if you wanted to take the long position, you take it with a small position, maybe 1/10 of your original position, just in case, because the original trend is down. That's your initial impulsive move. You always got to think about market as a directional move. If you think about market as a directional move, you're not going to be you're not going to be panicking and all that good stuff. You could even go long, but you know exactly why you're going long. You could get stopped out, and if market basically reverses, you just go you go with your initial plan, right, and basically sell and wait for the monthly 50 to basically buy back all your positions and all that good stuff, and wait for the next week to get wrecked again, okay? Because next week going to be pretty volatile, okay? That's going to be, I think it's going to be May 15, May 16, something like that, right? May 16, I think, right? If you recall May 17th last year, right? May 10th, May 17th, right? Right here, May 9th, right? May 16th, right? Coming up, okay? Coming up. It's going to be pretty volatile, right? So we talked about BTC in terms of RSI. Let's take a look at in terms of MACD. So in terms of MACD, right here, we said, MACD, whenever it curves down, it's pretty bad, right? Be cautious. That's why one of the reasons why we did not even basically mess with it, right here, okay, on the weekly basis. And I showed you on the 3D basis, right, and all that good stuff, okay? So now the weekly MACD, it is still bearish. It will need to basically flip back up. It could do something like that. We don't know what type of shape we're going to get, because we don't know what type of volatility we're going to get, right? But the directional move, the only thing we can say right now is down, okay? How low will it get? We don't care, because we don't buy the MACD, okay? If it get, if it drops down to minus, 5,000, we don't care. We just follow the price action and follow our directional move or our sideways correction until we get a macro reversal again, okay? BTC is near the bottom, right? It's near the bottom, but the reversal, okay, hasn't been confirmed yet. It is near the bottom. We hit our monthly 50 buy, right, on the dot, right? So we will just now wait to see over the next like 2 to 3 months if we will get another reversal and all that good stuff. I don't think we will pump like to new all-time high in Q2, to be honest, okay? Not even in Q3, okay? Not even in Q3, because if you think about it, right, in general, right, it takes like 2 to 3 months, right, to get to basically settle down, okay? If you go back to 2018, after the capitulation, it took like 3 months to get a green candle, okay? Right here on the March crash, yes, it pumped back up to the monthly 21 EMA, but think about it. It moved like a sideways for like a 3 month before breaking above the 10K area, right? So if you go back to let's go back to 2015. So if you go back to 2015, after the capitulation right here, it took like nearly 5 months, okay, to basically get a good breakout. But nearly between like January, right, until May, right, it moved like a sideways, very low volatility, okay, and it took like nearly 8 months to break out above the monthly 21, okay. So right here, it took like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months to break out above the monthly 21 EMA. So it could take us at least guys 3 to 5 or even 6 months to break out again above the monthly 21. Remember what I said regarding the monthly 21 back in January. It could take us like a 3 to 6 months to break below the monthly 21. Now it can take us another 3 to 6 months at least, okay. I'm talking about at least, right, at least to break above the monthly 21 EMA. So even though we hit support, we're still under reaccumulation right here, okay. We're still under reaccumulation because I just don't want BTC to break out up to 36, 37K and everyone gonna be like, oh, we're going to the moon, okay. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, okay. Even if we pump like to 40K, right, it might just be a retest of the monthly 21, okay. We got to break out above the monthly 21 and stay there like for at least a quarter before we basically start to basically say, hey, we're going to the moon and all that good stuff, okay. I'm gonna be very surprised, right, if we break out above the monthly 21 in June or July. I'd be very, very surprised, but I will take it, okay. I will take it. I'm just gonna say I'm wrong. Let's go. The directional move is has shifted, and let's just suck it up, okay. But I will not try to time it. I'm just saying, based on the previous price history, what we could get, okay. So I think that we just gotta chill now, relax, enjoy the the volatility below the monthly 21, reaccumulate BTC, reaccumulate alt over the next like a 3 to 6 months, increase exposure slowly in DCA and suck it up, and basically get these great prices, okay. If you wanted to buy BTC at 69K, now you're getting it at 30K. That's great, right? It's not bad, okay. It's not bad at all, okay. So 30K to 20K could be our new trading range. We never retested our monthly 100 EMA, so I don't know if we retest this cycle. That could be the first time we're retesting the monthly 100 EMA. Okay, we came close to it back in March, right? But we did not retest it. So could we come close to it and retest it again? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. Okay, but we cannot pay attention to something like, we don't have enough data about, okay? It can retest it, but will it close below it? I don't know. That's a big question. That's a big question. The closing is the most important. The closing is the most important, especially on a quarterly basis. Especially on the, because BTC, when you buy BTC, you're not looking to buy BTC at 23K, right? And try to sell it at 30K or even 40K or even 50K. Okay, you're looking for the next macro wave all the way up to 180 and all that good stuff, right? So as long as we can stay above the quarterly 21, right, I think we're going to be in great shape. I think we're going to be in great shape. Okay, can we trade below it? Absolutely, absolutely. We can hit below the quarterly 21, right? Like Leroy is calling for, right? 10K and all that good stuff. But we will see. Okay, because no one knows. Okay, no one knows. But we can just rely on our, rely on our macro directional targets and all that good stuff. Okay. But once again, I don't think we will be in a bull market, right? This quarter, next quarter, right? Or the quarter after that. Maybe early 2023, we could get another pump like that. Okay, another pump like that. Right? So like what we had back in 2019. Okay, so we could sit just about the quarterly 21 for the next 2 quarters. That's possible. Okay, that's possible. Right, so now let's take a look at BTC in terms of volume, because before we talk about the total too, Mr. Shu just talked about the volume. So let's take a look at the volume on Coinbase before we talk about total too, and going back to BTC really quickly, because I might talk about something very interesting we haven't talked about, right, for BTC. So you gotta stay tuned, don't miss that. Okay, if you're a Doom boy, you're gonna like it. If you're a Moon boy, you're gonna like it too. So BTC, as I said, right, on Coinbase, very important strategy right here, just in terms of volume, guys. Just in terms of volume, what I said right here, guys, was like when the volume was low right there, what I've been saying, guys, the volume will what? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat room. Okay, the volume will spike to the upside. It will spike to the upside, and we just got that spike. However, it's not enough. It's not enough. That's why I'm saying next week, right, it is gonna spike much greater. Okay, it doesn't matter what the color will be. The color of your volume does not matter. What's matter is like the magnitude of your volume. A good example is like, let's say price open at somewhere on like a 60K, right? And you got a whale right here. Okay, right there actually. Okay, buying, let's say a whale right there, okay, is buying BTC at 61,000. Okay, buying BTC at 61,000. Okay, and a Doomboy Leroy is selling BTC at 60,000. Okay, so 61,000 actually. Okay, so now the total volume, like with 100,000 BTC. Okay, so now you got a total volume of 200,000 BTC, because you got a buyer and a seller. Okay, however, not however, but the price will close what? Green. Okay, will close green. Now let's say the same whale, okay, jump back here, right? Now it is a whale right there, and he's selling the whole 100,000 BTC again, right? 100,000 BTC right there, right, at let's say 59.999. Okay, and another whale right there said, oh, that's not too bad, right? I'm gonna go ahead and buy the BTC, right? Another 100,000 BTC. I mean another whale. Okay, this whale number 1, this whale number 2. Okay, so that guy go ahead and buy BTC at 59.9. Now you still got a total amount of what? You still got a total amount of what? 200 BTC, because you still got another buyer and another seller, right? But remember, the price will basically close below open, because you open at where? You open at 60,000, right? You open at 60,000 right here, 60K, right? But you're closing, right? You're closing at 59.9. Okay, 59.9. Okay, so what will happen to your volume? Okay, well, what will happen to your volume? Now your total volume is what? 200 plus 200, right? That's 400 right there. You got 400 volume. Okay, but your candle will be red. Your candle will be what? Red, because you close very tightly just below open right here. That's the only reason you get those big volume. So would it make a difference, okay, if Leroy was selling like only 1 BTC instead of basically 100 BTC? No, it won't make any difference. Your candle will be still red. That's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to the magnitude. Okay, even if price basically dump all the way down here and still close below just about like a 59.9, you're still going to calculate your total volume the same way, and candle going to close very small. Okay, so that's what you need to think about. The volume, you can't just think about like volume in terms of like it is low or it is high. Sometimes when you're looking for a macro, that's the best way I can analyze it, and that's the way I understand it, right? So if you understand it another way, let me know. Okay, but that's the way I'm analyzing it, and that's the way understand it. Okay, so basically you can think of volume like, hey, it is big, and you know, oh, it is low, we're going to the moon and all that good stuff. Got to be very, very cautious. Got to be very, very cautious. Okay. Okay, so now the reason why I'm saying like bulls got to be, or bears, any trader, right, got to be cautious right here, because the monthly volume, it is not basically high yet. Okay, it is still low. So what does it mean? It means that we're going to get high volatility. So we don't care if the volume going to be red or if the volume going to be green. Okay, but most likely on the monthly basis, if the volume spikes again, it is likely to be, you know, a red volume, because I don't think like BTC will close above you know, 37 on a monthly basis. It is possible, but I don't think, you know, the probability, you know, it is probable. If it is probable, the probability is not high. Okay, so to close again above 37 in May. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We could get some high volatility. Okay, and the monthly basis could still close just about like a 28. We don't know. It could spike down, right? Dump down to like a whatever price, right? Leroy is calling for 20k, 21, you know, 19, whatever, and still manage to close above the monthly 50. You see what I'm saying? You're still going to get a red volume and probably a high, you know, a high volume right here. Does it make sense? Right? So let me know if it makes sense, because I don't want to be explaining all this good stuff, right? And later on, Leroy gonna tell me it doesn't make sense. Okay. So your volume right here, okay, your volume right here could be high, right? Even, you know, even after you close above like a 30k this month, that's possible. So that's why you need to focus on the directional move on a quarterly basis, right? If we retest like the quarterly 21 or even monthly 50 SMA, you know, bulls have to suck it up, because they know we already got enough volume, and next month, right, we might not get enough volume to push the price down. Because you got to think about it in terms of quarterly time frame. Okay, because on the quarterly right here, we're saying, hey, we only halfway through our last quarter. Okay, remember last quarter we got 1.5 million volume, right? Does it make sense? This quarter we only got like 800,000 volume, so it is increasing. We started talking about like when BTC volume was like 300,000, if you recall last week, when you know, a couple of weeks ago, right? Whatever. Okay, we said the quarterly volume on, you make sure to use Coinbase, because I'm using Coinbase for the quarterly analysis. Okay, just to stay constant, because I know most people can use Coinbase, right? So you know, on Coinbase you can see right now we got 800,000 BTC, right? Not dollar, but the amount of BTC, okay, being traded. Okay, so it is 800,000 right now, so we're looking for like 1.5, so we just about like a 45-50%, okay, within the you know, within the range. Okay, so we need another nearly 700,000 volume over the next like a 45 days, because you know, we're halfway through the quarterly time frame. So you know, within the next 45 days we will get another, you know, at least I would say, right, if we're going to match the volume right here, and if we're going to match the volume right there back in you know, the first quarter of 2021, right, that sucker was like 2 million volume. So it means that we got another 1.2 million volume for the rest of the quarter. And if we got 1.2 million volume, you know, the bottom is in. Okay, probably the bottom is going to be in. That's what we got right here in 2018. We got 2 million trading volume. Right here we got like 1.6. Right there we got 1.98. So on average you're looking at like 1.7 to 1.9. Okay, trading volume to spot the you know, the shift in momentum. Okay, to spot the at least a shift in momentum, or at least a slow down in the volatility. Because I don't think we will get like 1.9, 1.8 you know, trading volume every single quarter for the next like a 3 quarter. Okay, because you think about it right here, after we got right here 2 million volume buying pressure, we got a big 2 million buying selling pressure. You see right here we got like 2 million buying right there. Okay, the last quarter of 2017 we got 2 million buying selling, buying pressure, right? And the very next quarter, we got a 2 million buy, 2 million selling pressure. Okay, right here, 2.5, right? And right there we got like 1.9. So if we get a big one right here, a big red one, we're most likely going to get a green candle the next quarter after that. That's what I would assume. Okay, I could be wrong, but that's what I would assume. Okay, or if we're going to get a red candle, it is likely to be a very low one, a very low one. Okay, like something like that, very low, probably like 500,000, maximum 700,000. Okay, kind of like what happened right here. Exactly, right here we got 2 million, and we wanted to drop lower, we only got 1 million trading volume. Right, that's the okay, let me keep saying times, right? Because some of you guys listening. Okay, that was the January 2018, we got 2 million trading volume, and the next month we got 1 million trading volume because we couldn't push higher. So that the same thing could happen right here. If we get, let's say we get a 2 million trading volume right here, and if market is bearish, next quarter after that, we could just get a small one where we're just going to be moving sideways. So you got to understand all of that and be ready for it, because I don't think market will basically rebound like go back to the moon like in one quarter. All right, hopefully it makes sense. Okay, guys. All right, TERRA bears. I mean, hey, what's up, Chani? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, we shorted TERRA at 95. We didn't short it down to 0 though, but after that debacle, I was like, guys, let's just stay away from TERRA, because it could go, it could go crazy, right? So after it broke below $12, I was like, oh guys, let's just get rid. Let's just not mess with this guy anymore. I know it could go to 0, but the risk doesn't worth it anymore. But if you've been watching our channel last week, we talked about like how TERRA could dump 80%. Okay, could dump 80%, because I know I was saying like TERRA is one of the darling of the crypto space. So if you say like it's gonna dump like 80%, people are gonna be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, and I was like, back in May, TERRA dumped like 80%, so it can do it. Okay, so don't tell me it cannot. So we shorted everything at the top, everything, BNB, Ethereum, BTC, Litecoin, Near, Phantom, okay, Atom, okay, you name all those guys. Okay, Dogecoin, okay. We didn't short Doge, but we were expecting the dump down to like a 7 cents, and DOT, we were expecting a move down to a $10. Okay, and so many coins like Zen, we talk about Link, okay, Litecoin, you name it, right? VeChain, okay, all the way down to 100 sats, okay, and all that good stuff. Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy, XRP 589 in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey Jude, make sure to hit the likes, man. I know XRP is dumping, but don't be lazy. I know when XRP dump, your finger get numb, right? And you can do nothing. But you got your 33 cents. I told you about 33 cents, so, and it pumped back up to 40, nearly 45. So you got a nice 40% move. Hopefully it took profits. Money UK, smash the likes. Thanks a lot, man. Anna TERRA. Anna, your name is TERRA. Hey, what's up, Anna? Could you talk about BNB BTC, please? Okay, remind me later. I will take a look at BNB BTC. Hey, what's up, Satoshi? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Kashaki Satoshi. Yeah, Kashaki is saying whale fight. Kashaki is a whale, so whatever he's buying, make sure to buy it. He's in my premium group too, so. Carol. Hey, what's up, Kairos? Thanks a lot for tuning in. I haven't heard you talk about Kai anymore. KIA. NJ in the house. Sen, have you looked at Solana or Shiba? Remind me later on. I will take a look at those alt. I'm just taking a break to take a look at the chat room. I mean, Luna BUSD chart. I can take a look at Luna, man. Then, I mean, I got some people. I mean, I had so many people like telling me to buy Luna. Like they jump in. I was like, man, you don't need to take any risk. If you want to take any risk, buy BTC at 25K instead of buying Luna. I just didn't know how people did not see it go to zero. So, hey, send RSR. Tyler, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look at total 2, and then after we will take a look at your alt request, because alt pumped a lot right after the recent dump and all that good stuff. XTZ dumped down to 150. Hopefully, you know, most of you guys bag some XTZ. As I said, if it breaks 150, no need to buy below $153. Wait for it to drop 50%. Let's take a look at XTZ first. I'm giving you guys one of the best strategy, right, to be ready for the next bull market. I'm giving you one of the best strategy, right? XTZ, if you guys recall, last year in 2020, right, not 2021, we started talking about XTZ back in October, November, right? So if you accumulated XTZ right here, $2 to $3, right? If it breaks below $3, you don't need to be messing with it, okay? You just wait for like a 150. After 150, I mean, market could dump again, right? And XTZ minus survive, right? That dump. You just wait for the 75 to 50 cents, not like $1, okay? Unless you know, not financial advice, right? I'm talking to my cousin. Unless basically you didn't buy at 175, yes, you buy at $1, okay? But if you bought at $3, you just wait at 150. 150, you wait for 75 or 50 cents, whatever, depending on your previous entry. But if you want to buy every 10% dump, 10% pump, you're going to be buying like every day, and you're never going to get a good average, okay? But in general, these alt, after they dump like, let's say 50% or 70%, right, it is good to accumulate them after every 50% dump, okay? Every 50% dump. That way you get a great average, okay? I'm just giving you guys an example, okay, on XTZ or any other alt, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever. Don't buy every 5%. If you follow our channel and you do that, right, by the next market pick, right, you're going to be in great profits, and you're going to be like, should I sell now or should I wait later? But you're not going to be like, should I be buying now? Okay. So that's how you get those 30x, 40x, because sometimes you don't even need like these guys to go 100x, right? If you actually get a great accumulation, like let's say 90% below all-time high, if it goes like 3x above all-time high, you already made your 30x, okay? You already made your 30x. And if it goes another 2x after that, you make your 75x. But you don't want to start like making 100x, right, after they pump like near all-time high, like right here, and you're expecting 100x. You might get 10x, but it is very, very unlikely you're going to get 100x near all-time high. Okay, so always accumulate like every 50% dump, okay? And you're going to get a great timing, meaning like you're not going to be buying like every day, because it takes like 3 to 6 months to break like a support after 50% dump. You see what I'm saying? So if we retest like 75 cents, it could take like a few months, like 2 to 3 months, right? And let's say you short-term trading or the alt, right, BTC, whatever, accumulate some cash, right, in BTC, and if it dumps lower, then you got good cash to put at the bottom right here again, and you just repeat the process, okay? Or you can even trade the same coin in a different position. Let's say you got your long-term hold in the ledger, right? You got your long-term hold in the ledger, and sucker dump basically 50%. You open a new position, you buy at like, let's say 75 cents, right, with a new position, and if that position pump like 40 to 50%, you take that profit and you take it, add it right here. You see? So it is all about like strategy. So you don't have to basically jump and hump and panicking and all, doing all that good stuff. Just relax. just relax. Okay, just relax. So you can open a different position with the same alt. Okay, you just have to be mindful of what you're doing. Okay, be mindful of what you're doing. Okay, but XTZ right here, we just hit 50% pullback. 0.618 going to be at 111. So if you want to follow these Fibonacci's, you see I was saying like 150, and 150 was also at 50% pullback. Okay, we just talked about 75 cents, right? And 75 cents is close to like 0.786, which is at 63 cents. So if you bought any at 150, you don't even need to be buying at 0.618, because it's not a big difference for you to be jumping and humping when you're looking for 100x. You'll be like, okay, I just wait for the skip this Fibonacci and I'll wait for the next one. Okay, so that way you're going to get a great average. Okay, hopefully it makes sense. Say Luna is pumping, Luna BUSD. Come on, man. How Luna BUSD is pumping? It must be pumping on the 1 second chart. Come on, man. Don't tell me about the 1 second chart, man. This guy gonna be cheaper than Luna very soon. Gonna be cheaper than Luna. Yeah, it pumped 10x, but you're going to get wrecked very soon with another 100x dump. All right, let's take a look at the chat room, guys. Let's talk about something serious. Let's go ahead and take a look at the total 2. Total 2 totally get wrecked. So I think we're going to get another, not another, but possible low volatility weekend and all that good stuff. Please don't pay attention to the I mean, at least me, to the gaps. Otherwise you might be waiting for a retest of the gap, because the gap started at the we got a gap at I think 37, the monthly open and all that good stuff. So the where the gap is right now is not a favorable price for the bull, because we got the gap near the monthly open, and it will be hard to close the candle, the monthly cycle, right, bullish. So it's going to be hard to get back up there. So the total 2, right, the reason why I'm saying like we just have to be very cautious now is like the total 2, we anticipated the dump, okay guys, back in January. If you watch my total 2 analysis, if you let's say if you are in my premium, right, we talk about it right here, the first week of January. That's when I updated again Ethereum, BNB, calling for BNB to drop all the way down to like a $300, right, calling for Ether to drop all the way down to a 20 to 100 range and all that good stuff. Okay, the reason for that, the reason for all those calls, right, were like the total 2 directional move was down, just like Luna. Luna was doing the same thing. Okay, the total 2 did right here. Okay, yes, we did not expect Luna to go down to Shiba, but we were calling for, you know, a potential retest, $40, $20 and all that good stuff, right? So you can see right here we dump, created a flat right here, right, and dump right here. Okay, I was saying like directional move 740, and if it breaks it, we could retest the 600 range, but I didn't expect the move to be that violent and dump all the way down to like 600 billion. So now what we're looking at in terms of macro correction is this. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's the first option. Okay, for in terms of Elliott Wave, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if that's the case, right, it means, right, this might not be a flat correction. Even though it looks like a flat, it doesn't. Now it might not be a flat. Okay, it might not be a, you know, a regular flat, meaning like retesting top and bottom. Okay, it could be a running flat, right? It could be a running flat, something like that, right? Something like that. It could be a running flat. Okay, and if, let's say we assume it is going to be a running flat, okay, let's just assume, okay, it is going to be a running flat, right? We could say, hey, we could do a swing low, right, to swing high, and we could be looking for 1.27, right, to 1.41 extension to be the next support area. If we break the 600 billion, not dollars, but I mean dollars, but billions. Okay, if we break the 600 billion, okay, we also could look at it right this way. Okay, we could still say that's our wave 5, and the entire move right here is nothing but a correction itself, a three-way move. It could be 5, but we don't care as of now. Okay, it could do something like that too, but we're just going to say a three-way move. You see what I'm saying? Right, like that. Okay, could we get another one right here before doing something like that? That's possible, but it is still going to be a directional move. So that's still going to leave us with a 5-way structure right here. 1, 2, right, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to get our W, X, and Y correction. W, right, X, and Y correction. Okay, so where is 1.27? 1.27, it is going to be close to 400 billion. Okay, 400 billion. Okay, so if we take a look at it in terms of a percentage move, right, you could say, hey, these suckers can dip another, whoa, okay, nearly 43%, okay, just to hit like 1.27, and to hit like 1.41, they could dump like 50%. Okay, they could dump 50%. I was saying it, guys. I was saying it when I was saying like we're going to dump. Okay, when these suckers, you know, were somewhere around like 1.2, 1.3. I was saying like we're going to dump all the way down to like 640, right? 0.888. I was saying it, guys. That was back in January. So the target I'm talking about right now is like could possibly be like the next quarter or 2 quarters. I don't know. Okay, but until we get a proper reversal, right? We're just going to assume, right, this is going to be a WXY correction, and we don't know where our Y correction going to end. It could end anywhere between 400 billion to 350 billion. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So you got to be ready for all of that good stuff, because if you take a look at it in terms of volume, it hasn't spiked yet. Okay, it hasn't spiked yet. You can see right here, back in back in 2020, the volume spiked. Okay, right here the volume spiked. So we got to get the volume to spike right here again. Right here, we don't know if it is going to be buy or sell, but we want the volume to at least, okay, get close to right here. Okay, we want the volume to get close to right here. It could be selling or buying, we don't care. We just want to see the net volume to be close to right here. That way, over time, we will draw our line like that. So that's why I'm saying crypto is extremely bullish, right? Because over time, we will get there. It is just a matter of time. Okay, right here with some big buy volume right here, right? Something like that. So it means if you're buying these big red candles, right, you're going to be selling these big buying candles. So that's the best time to be buying crypto right now. All the way down, just accumulate every 50%. Okay, every 50% dump, you just accumulate. Don't accumulate every 10% and not slipping and all that good stuff. You buy Ethereum. You're looking to sell Ethereum at 20K. you buy at 2K, you don't care. Okay, you be like, I already bought at 2K, I don't care until it drops, you know, down to $1,000. If it doesn't drop to $1,000, you know, I'll sell at 20K. That's it. That's pretty easy, right? Or, you know, when BTC breaks above monthly 21 EMA and we stay there for a month or two, I just buy my Ethereum again, regardless of the price, and basically sell it at, when we start to get like top formation, right? But if you try to time the market, like try to buy the last price, I'm telling you guys, you're going to be waiting forever, because you're not going to know where the bottom is, right? Bottom at, until probably 2 months later or 3 months later. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to BTC, right? So we're done with the total 2. Okay, so directional move for the total 2 now could be somewhere around like a 400 billion to a 350 billion. Okay, if we break the 600 billion. Okay, if not, you know, we just have to wait until our basically weekly MACD gives us a green light. Right now we still don't have a green light. You take a look at your weekly RSI, it is still pointing down, and we're going to get another move right here. I just don't know when, but once we get like enough data right here, we're going to push back up. Okay, we're going to push back up. Will we pump above it? I don't know. Will we drop below it? I don't know. But if we get there, we will analyze it. So, you know, just stay tuned. Watch your total 2 and watch your weekly MACD. It is still in a very strong negative momentum, right? Once we move sideways, do something like that, accumulation going to be heavy. And once we go above the histogram right here, you know, accumulation going to be heavier. The next dip after that, you want to buy it, because if we, you know, go parabolic, you don't want to be buying here. Okay, you don't want to be buying like these parabolic moves, like right here. Right here, you should be saying like, Sen, should we be selling? Okay, right here, that's when you're supposed to buy, below the histogram, accumulate. Okay, accumulate right here before we go, because our next parabolic move, guys, this thing right here going to be so small, because the next move going to be so big. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to see this. You're not going to be able to see it. Okay, you're not going to be able to see it. All right, but we will see. Okay, we will see. It could take like a few months, years, I don't know. Okay, we will just, you know, analyze it as we go, and not try to be a moon boy or doom boy, and just stick with the chart. You know, stay with the data, right? And just take what we have, not what we want. Okay, I know we all want BTC to go to 100K, but that's not what we're getting right now. So we just have to suck it up. Okay, so let's go back to BTC. Oh, sucker. So I think we got a nice setup on the hourly basis for those of you guys who love to trade BTC on the hourly. So hourly about to shoot down. So we got a negative momentum. I just said it in my premium group, right? Watch for these negative crossover on the hourly. Okay, the negative momentum is very strong. So these hourly negative crossovers, right, they matter. Okay, they can shift the entire momentum. So if you're long in BTC and you get a negative crossover on your hourly, you might want to suck it up and get out, especially your hourly 100 EMA. I've been telling you, always watch your hourly 100 EMA after a big drop, because that's where you want to enter a short. Your hourly 21 and your hourly 100 EMA, that's where you want to accumulate shorts. So for instance, right here last week after the big drop, if you accumulate a short right there, right, and just wait for the next move, right, if it gets to the 100 EMA, you accumulate more, because you know on the macro scale we're going down to the monthly 100 EMA, monthly 50. Hopefully we won't get to the monthly 100, right? Monthly 50 right here, just accumulate shorts, right, short term right there, and you know, look for a retest of the bottom right here. It could even do something like that again before moving down lower. Okay, where we get the big flat correction, because we already got a three-way move right here, right here. So we got 1, 2, 3. That's a WXY correction. So the move could be slow because the short-term traders we'll basically look for like a 50% pullback and all that good stuff, right? So if it hits like 50, you know, 382, it might even get a bounce back up to a 50, you know, 382, it might get a bounce back up to a 236, and then get a bounce back up to a drop down to like a 50%, retest 382. So it could be a slow move during the weekend. Okay, retesting every Fibonacci, because all the short-term traders will be capitalizing on these on this move. Okay, so you have to understand what's going on. But the 100 EMA is one of your best friend after a high volatility, you know, a high volatility market, high volatility market. And if we take a look at it on the 15 minutes, I think the 15 minutes just cross negative, right? Recross negative right here. Yep. So the 15 minutes cross negative again right here. Okay. Unlike what happened right there, right? It, you know, it was completely negative, right? You would be expecting a three-way move right there and retest right here, but the, you know, the crossover was pretty strong, so it just went to the moon. Okay, so right here it could try to create a flat, right? If it does something like that, it could just be for the correction in this range, and you might have to wait for the next 15 minutes crossover to say, okay, my correction in between is over and we could be dumping. Okay, so that's the only thing I see on the 15 minutes, right? Yeah, so if it pumps back up, it could be just the flat right here, something like we would have anticipated right there. Okay, and this one makes sense too, because, you know, it could try to be a divergence like that, and everyone gonna be like, it's going to the moon, and it just retests right here. The next crossover could be the end of your divergence right there. Okay, hopefully it makes sense, right? But the direction is down now. Okay, looking at the hourly, it doesn't look like or even if it pushes to the upside, you got the divergence. So either way you look at it, the trend will be, you know, down on the next like a few hours. Oh my, oh moon boy, doom boys. Okay, all right. So I think that is it, guys. I think we're done with BTC and all that good stuff. Let me do some Q&A to see if you guys have any questions. Give me guys 1 second. All right. Hey, what's up, Chronic Call? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Strength in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Strength doing some biceps with some 5-pound dumbbell. Hey, San, what do you think about HNT? Hey, San, where's the bottom? 12K? I don't know. I don't know where's the bottom. We will just stay with the chart, because you're not gonna know where the bottom going to be at, right? 3 months later. And you might be waiting for it to retest it, and you know, it might take another 2 years to retest it. So you just have to focus on these moving averages, right? Monthly 50, that's it. You know, We already hit our macro directional target since like BC was at 55. We've been calling for like a monthly 50. My overall outlook is between 30, between monthly 50, right, and monthly 50 EMA and monthly 50 SMA. That's it. We already hit monthly 50 SMA. I mean, we already hit monthly 50 EMA, right? So that is it. There is no more outlook. Okay, we hit the target. So if you did not buy at 25, 26, 27 when it was dipping, I was saying get busy buying the dips. A lot of position down. We could retest it or even dump lower down to the monthly SMA, but that's not the game you want to be playing. You want a lot of your position down, all the way down. Okay, 26, 25, 24, 23, 21, all the way down, and put the bigger position at the bottom. So, or you just lot of it like every 2,000 points and just leave it, or every 1,500 points and just leave it, and market will eat it. But if you sit there and saying like, oh, was this the bottom? I don't know. It might be the bottom, and then I don't, we will confirm it like, we will confirm it like in October, November, whatever. It could take 3 to 6 months to know like we already got the bottom, because BTC got to be above the monthly 21 EMA before we say, okay, we are in a bull run. It's not reasonable right now to say, hey, the bottom is in. Whoever telling you the bottom is in, right? I don't know. Whoever telling you like the bottom is in might be just trying to tell you what you want to hear. He or she could be right, but who knows? Okay, you don't know. You just know these are macro supports. Okay, these are macro supports. Okay, but if you try to be a hero and calling for the bottom and all that good stuff, you're just going to get wrecked. That's not the goal. Okay, we called for the dump. We've been calling for the dump since November, right? Because we knew the top formation was in. But as of now, in terms of indicator, if we take a look at our 3D basis, right, it's not even showing like the bottom is in. Okay, the 3D basis is also pointing down, so I can't just say like, oh, the bottom is in. We have to at least get a bull divergence, or at least a a 3D reversal, at least. So if until we get a MACD flipping bullish, right, we can call for any reversal. That's not just reasonable. Okay, we just have to be fair now. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm just showing you what I see. And I don't care about like whether you hit the likes or not. I'm just saying saying it as it is. You're not paying me to be talking 1 hour. So what price is the monthly EMA boss? 25k, 25.5, right, give or take. It fluctuates, so always give yourself like 1,000 point above it. That way you make sure you're in. The monthly SMA is at a 21. Okay, so you want to put it like a 22 at least. A lot of position down. Okay, all the way down, or even lower down to like a 90, just to cover the entire range, because it could be within like 10%. You could miss it like by 2%, 1%. You don't know. You don't want to mess with that. So let's take a look at alt. Let's take a look at Solana for So Solana, we talked about Solana last week, right? So hopefully you've been following, right? When Solana was creating this flat correction, this is one of the easiest call, right? Second easiest call we had this year after Ethereum and all that good stuff for most of these alt. Okay, so we called for Solana to dump all the way down to 35 to 33. Did not hit 35 yet, right? Hit like 37. So okay, that's why I keep saying, even though the 382 Fibonacci is at 33, right, and we were looking for 35, we still missed it, right? But it is okay. Okay, it is okay. We still can hit the 30s, right? And after that, we could be looking for the right here 16. Okay, 16 going to be the next Fibonacci. Because one thing I'm gonna give you guys one secret about Solana, right? Follow the trend line right here. Okay, follow the trend line. As long as we're moving down, it is under accumulation. Okay, if we hit the trend line support resistance right here over the next like a few months, you better, you better run away. I don't know when we're going to hit it, because it could be from here and that and do something like that, or it could be here and that, right? And it could be something like that. I don't know. Okay, but all I know is like the directional move hasn't shifted yet. Okay, for Solana. So look for the 30s, low to mid 30s, and after that 16, 17, 18 range. Okay, even though you got a newbies will trade it like that. Okay, and you're going to get super wrecked trading this as a divergence. It's not a divergence. Okay, because you don't know how low it will drop. If it does something like that, it means like Solana will be forced, okay, to even drop all the way down to $16. Because remember, MACD is what? A lagging indicator. Okay, Leroy, MACD is a lagging indicator, right? So it will move slower when something lags, right? It moves slow, right? So if it has to retest the bottom right here, right, it is still not going to be a divergence. so it will pump and create its divergence itself, something like that. Then you get the pump, probably. I don't even know if it is going to go that high. It could just be a flat again and a continuation. Repeat the same process right here. You don't know. Okay, so it's not time to be calling for a reversal. It's time to call for supports. Okay, and Solana, that's not our first target. Solana, we nailed it at the top, just like we nailed Luna. So when Solana was like 195, that's when we called for the dump down to like a 75. Okay, that was like back in late December, first week of January, we called for that move. Okay, so we've been nailing these suckers like over the last 6 months. Okay, so what's next? Hex, please, let's take it. So hex. So hex will break the monthly 21. It is just a matter of time. All right, it is still just like BTC. You see like how hex is doing, right? That's the same setup we had on BTC. After the retest of the 21 EMA on the monthly, it moved sideways. I just don't have time to go through the Elliott Wave, right, for hex. But just keep in mind, right, no exception, every single crypto might likely to drop like 90% or more. If BTC drops like 60% or more, all of them will drop 90% or more. Okay, so 90% drop, you're looking at like we already talked about it. Okay, like a 3.5 cents. Okay, 3.5 cents. I just don't have time to talk about it in terms of Elliott Wave, right? So you take a look at it on a weekly basis, right? You already got your flat correction right here. Man, hex is super bearish. Okay, you got your flat correction right here. So that move right here is your impulsive move. Okay, so you look for like a 7 cents first support. It could bounce back up to like 10 cents, 11 cents, and even move sideways, right, before the 50% pullback at 3.5 cents. Could it retest like 0.618? That's possible, but let's just take it step by step. 382 going to be 7 cents, 50% going to be at 50% pullback going to be at 3.5 cents, 3.7. And another indication of a bearishness is the MACD about to cross negative right here. Already crossed negative. Okay, so let's take a look at it on the 10D. It might look okay. You take a look at the 10D right here. It is curving down. Okay, take a look at your 10D. It's not curving up. You take a look at it right here. That's the same thing it did right here. So many people were FOMOing, saying like, oh, I bought hex, it's pumping, blah blah blah, January. They did not look at the MACD. So as long as your MACD is pointing down right here, it is under accumulation. And you could even do something like that before going to the moon. So you want to be accumulating right here, but you you got to take a look at the price action. Okay, if you take a look at it on the 3D, you can see exactly what I'm saying. Right here, you got your flat correction. Okay, it is a flat. Okay, so this guy right here, if it, you know, if it crosses negative, your MACD, then you got the very impulsive move. Okay, so if we break 10 cents, right, 9.098 range, that could confirm the MACD right here crossing negative, possibly, because the 2D time frame probably already crossed negative, right? Yeah, 2D is crossing negative. Yep. And you remember what we said after BTC crossed negative on the 2D? Remember what we said? We said we're going down. Okay, that was, I think, first week of April. Okay, like April 11th. Okay, we said after BTC 2D crossed negative, we said, hey guys, BTC crossed negative, right? And now we most likely going to go down. Ethereum negative crossover, we said it's going down. So it's just repeating the same thing right here. That's the same thing it is doing. Okay, I saw this pattern also when it was playing out. I knew it was going to dump, just like a FTM also. But the FTM was kind of wasn't basically as juicy as the FTM was. It was a small one. That's when we started to say we're going down. If you guys recall, you know, mid-January, right? You know, early February, right here. That's when we said, okay, guys, pack your bags. Pack your bags. We're going to hit $1. If it bump back up to the daily 21, not 2D, but daily 21, get out, and we're going to look for, you know, 70 cents to 50 cents. We even dump all the way down to 25 cents, the July lows. Okay. All right. Who else? Let's take a look at Quiet Cook cooking some ADA with some USD in the kitchen. Let's take a look at ADA. So ADA, let's take a look at the macro view. So ADA completely down, no sign of a reversal, right? We could get our wave 5 on the macro view over the next like a few years, but ADA was a leading indicator for, you know, that's why I wasn't talking about ADA over the last, after we broke out right here, I think that was back in November, December, something like that. I stopped talking about it, okay? Because I knew the volatility going to be a downward. So ADA, we just hit the 45 cents. I think last time we talked about it, we said the 88 to 90 cents range going to be the resistance. It did pump back up to that area, just about like a 90 cents, 88, right? And dump right down to like a 45 cents. So your next support, if you're looking for a bounce, not financial advice, right? I know you're cooking some ADA in the kitchen and all that good stuff. 25 cents, right? And after that, you could be looking for 13 cents, right? And so on and so forth. But as of now, the trend is down. It is just under accumulation. So you want to buy here. You don't want to be buying here. We will get back here and you're going to be like, Sen, is it time to sell? Not time to buy. We will get back here over the next like a few years or month, something like that. I don't know. Could be 12 to 24 month. Okay. So good time to be accumulating. It's already down. It dumped like 86, so that's not enough. 90% down will be at 25 cents. Okay. So, and after that, you just accumulate every 50% dump. That's it. That's it. It's not going anywhere. It's going to pump like 20-25% every now and then. But I don't think you're going to get a V-shape pump like for the wave 5 like that. I don't think it will be like that. Okay. So ADA, I was recommending to buy ADA back in 2019 right here. Right there, October 2019. That's when I said buy ADA. Okay, even though it moved sideways for nearly 12 months, right? It still pumped like nearly 100x. Okay. right here, 150x, give or take. So if you want to accumulate for the next 100x, yeah, yes, start like accumulating at least 50% to a 0.618, and then after that just accumulate every 50% dump. That's it, below the support, not from your buy, but below the initial support. Okay, quiet cooking some USDC. All right, USDC could be TERRA cousin. I mean UST cousin actually. Could start trading at 10 cents very soon. I'm just joking. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I'm just joking, okay? ICX BTC. Let's take a look at ICX BTC. Sorry, Mr. Shu. So ICX BTC not looking good, and yeah, if we dump below here, right, on a monthly basis, you know, it is starting to look ugly, right? It is starting to look ugly right here. So if we dump below here, I would just accumulate BTC instead of accumulating ICX. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about ICX unless we drop like down to 500 sats. You see what I'm saying? Then you start to worry like about accumulating more, or like, you know, 400 sats, whatever. Because as of now, if I take a look at it on the monthly, it looks good on the weekly rally, okay? And most of the time these triple bottom, they pump to the upside, right? But since like BTC is weak, right, and we got a weekly breakout below support, that's not good. So you just have to be ready for ICX BTC to drop as, you know, as much as like, let's say 50% or even 80%, okay, below the support area. You just don't know. But in general, I would say 50, you know, starting 50, you want to start accumulating. Even if you drop 20% after that, it is still okay, because you're not buying like 10% below support. You're buying 50, 60%, 80% below support. But in USD, it might not be bad if BTC, let's say, stays around the same level or pump back up to 50K. ICX might stay, you know, above like the, you know, 25 cents, 30 cents. I don't know. Okay, I just don't want to be doing any math right now. All right, but if we take a look at it on a monthly, it looks like a flat correction, and it looks like a continuation pattern, kind of like Coinbase. Let's take a look at Coinbase so you see what I'm saying. So you see what happened to Coinbase right here, right? Like that flat correction. And I said it in my premium when you know, when one of the moon boy was looking to buy Coinbase right here around like $200. I was like, that's a flat correction. Okay, it is likely to be a continuation pattern, you know, as we get rejected from the monthly, not monthly, but the 3D 21 EMA. And after that, you know, sucker drop 80%, guys. Okay, that's why it is so important to pay attention to these flat corrections, because they're very powerful. And let's take a look at Riot. And I showed you Riot in my public group, right? And I showed you like, hey, Riot is a leading indicator. It is a leading indicator. So we got this Riot flat correction, like ended like back in March. So, you know, and I was like, this guy going to dump all the way down to $6, right? $6 to $8. It did, right? So as soon as we started the capitulation right here, that's when I started to say, okay, guys, it's time for you know, it's time to focus on BTC, Ether, and all these alt, as they basically they're creating the same pattern. So we could be dumping all the way down to a 0.618, 50% pullback. Okay. So same exact pattern, same exact flat correction, same exact pattern in terms of MACD. Okay, cross negative right here. You can see what happened. Capitulated. Okay, so be careful with these MACDs. Okay, they can smack you down. I'm telling you. I mean, it can smack you down. The MACD. if you don't trade it right. So just hit support $6, 6.5. It's not sure. It's not sure yet, right? That's the bottom, but we will see. Okay. So let's take a look at BNB. So BNB USDT hit target at $200 to $240 to $200. Same flat correction as Riot. And if you watch our public analysis, I told you right here when BNB at $400, we will drop down to $200 to $240, and we pump right back up to like $300. So if you caught the dip, congrats, right? That's a nice 40% pump. Nice 40% pump, and it's not like you did not know. We talk about it. Okay, we talk about it. So but let's see. This guy doesn't drop like 90%, so it usually drops like 83%. So 83% will take us down to $120 to $100 range. Okay, that is it for ADA, for BNB. We talk about Hex, ICX, Luna. Hey, thanks a lot, Jude. Yeah, we call for the macro calls, man, for this macro directional move, 50% move, 80% move down to 0, like Luna, like Nia, from $15 all the way down to $5, right? Let's take a look at Nia very quickly. Yep, so take a look at Nia right here. Okay, Nia first entry, right? Just about like a $14. It dumped to our target $10. It pumped back up. We said, it's time to get back in Nia, because it could be the next Luna, right? Same type formation, right? Bang. Okay, dump all the way down to our target support. You guys watch my public analysis, so you know exactly what we said. I don't have to go back and remind you. So next Fibonacci right support going to be 50% pullback at 322, and after that we got another possible support at 211, but I don't know. We will see. Okay, we will see if this guy will hug this right, do something like that for the next 3 months before retesting that the 0.618. That's possible, but as of now, all I know is like we hit our target. Okay, and the bearishness, it is still ongoing. If we stay bearish over the next like a few days, weeks, you look for the July lows right here. Your July lows for most of these alt will be your reference point. You don't look for the bottom. Look for on average, $2 average. It could drop 180, 190. It doesn't matter, because you're looking for a potential 60% breakouts, 80% breakout, or even 100% move. Okay. Just the bounce we just got, right, was a nice 40% move, and it is not even a good bounce. So could you imagine, like, if we retest like $2, 210, 190, 180, or 220, we could get a nice 50% bounce in like 2 days, 3 days, whatever, right? But the trend is down. The most important is like try to catch these top formation, not the top. You don't need the top. You're going to get wrecked trying to catch the top. I actually got wrecked on Luna, I think back in February, right, when I was trying to be greedy and shorting it right around like the 70s, right? I knew Luna gonna dump. Okay, I was looking for $20 when it was like 60, but sucker pump all the way up to like 120. So I was hunting Luna for a very long time. So I'm glad I took my revenge on Luna. Took that sucker all the way down to 0. So yeah, it wrecked me on back in February, right? That pump. But you have to put a stop loss. Okay, but I mean, like, it just kicked me out, right? So okay, let's take a look at oh gosh, take a look at Kashaki. I mean, we'll talk about it. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Join the Telegram group, right? We will talk about BNB on the macro view. I think I got some BNB charts right there. So it's already 1 hour 25 minutes, right? So let's take a look at we'll talk about BNB on a macro view in our next analysis. Let's take a look at RSR. So RSR just hit a 0.786 right here. So it is likely to come down, okay, all the way down to the bottom. So you got 0.003. If you look, I mean, I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know if you're buying for the short term, or if you're buying like for the next, like a market cycle. Okay, it is already down 96%. So you just have to accumulate, right, from now on. Not financial advice, right? Every 40-50% move. Okay, so if you bought the dip right here, 0.005, right, you just have to wait till it retests like 0.001. I mean, because of Luna, I can't say these numbers anymore, man. 0.0013. Okay. So you just have to wait for the bottom now. Don't rush in. Okay. You could get some pump back up to like a 0.0075 and all that good stuff, but don't rush in until we get a proper reversal. Okay. But that's a monthly time frame. You're going to get a lot of noise on the lower degree, okay? But I don't have time to go on the lower degree right now. Join the public Telegram group, okay? And we can discuss it. The Telegram link in the description, right? Let's do this. Join the Telegram group, guys. Join the Telegram group. Link in the chat room and all that good stuff. So what's next? Talk about RSR. Yeah, I'm blaming everything on Luna, man. All right. I think I answered all the questions. Neo. So Neo is a very easy chart to analyze, because I do remember all the Neo macro setups. Okay, so Neo, the range $8 to $6, as I said like long time ago. I'm still bullish on Neo macro view. I think it will get the job done. So decreasing in volume right here, right? So we will get a spike in volume on a monthly basis. That could signal the end of the trend, right here. But if we, because at $3 it wasn't like a good price level to even wait for, right? $8 to $6 I think is a good level to anticipate. The only bearishness I find on Neo is like, instead of this being a very impulsive wave, right, we could get, let's say, the bearish wave, right? could be something like that, 1, 2, and 3. That's possible. Okay, NEO going all the way down to like, let's see, 0.786 or 0.888, whatever. Okay. Okay, so NEO hit 50% pullback right here. So if our initial setup like this, okay, is not wave 1, right, and then we're saying like this could be even like wave 1 of 3, right, where we're going to get something like that, right, that's possible. If we break below let's say $4, this is going to be invalidated, right? It is going to be invalidated, and we will be looking for move like that, okay, possibly at 0.618 or even 0.786. That's what I'm saying. That's why I've been telling you, like, yes, the market could be bullish for most of these new cryptos like FTM, Luna, whatever, Sand, but they could take like 4 years, right, 5 years, or even 7 years to be moving sideways, just like this guy. Okay, so if you buying right here $100, $120, it could be very boring. But if you buy at these macro supports, right, let's say we get this pattern, I'm not saying it will play out unless we break below $4, right, because it could be a double bottom. As I said, it could be a double bottom right here. You get your wave 3 and 5, okay, with this one being only wave 1. Okay, but if it breaks $5, I would say $6 range, right, actually $4, okay, $4, right, we could be looking for like 1.9, and then after that could be looking for like 55 cents. Okay, but I don't know, I don't think, I mean, I can't say like I don't think, but it is a plausible count, right? But we will just have to wait until we break below 4K to start like considering that move. Okay, so I don't know if it will go all the way down to 10 cents. I don't know that too, right? Because it all depends what BTC will do. If NEO stays in this range until BTC breaks above like the monthly 21, that's going to be great. Now you don't even need to wait for all-time high for BTC to break all-time high to reaccumulate, because it will basically go for $500 and all that good stuff, which is the next Fibonacci at 1.618 extension. All right, guys. All right, it's 1 hour 30 minutes, right? So I think that's good enough for all the moon boys. All the moon boys got their dose. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We call it a day, and have a good weekend. If market remains volatile, we might go live tomorrow. If not, we just suck it up and wait till Monday to start, wrecking all these moon boys. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. All right, thanks my cousin, Quiet Cook.